What's up, brothers, man? It is your dude, Mr. International Passport, here again for yet another classic live stream. How are you, brothers, doing? It's your dude, International Passport. First and foremost, brothers, can y'all hear me? Press a one in the chat if you brothers can hear me right now. How's my audio, man? Come on, brothers. Let me know if my audio is loud and clear. How's my audio, brothers? Brothers. Mike Lawrence, I see you, bro. Thank you for responding to me. Wonderful. Lou, give me a head nod if you can hear me very clearly. Give me a head nod. Thank you, brother. Deshaun Wilson, I see you, brother. Matumbo Dibwe, I see you, bro. Shout out to Matumbo, all-time great NBA player, legend in this space. Thank you, bro. Prime VA, I see you, brother. Thank you. Let me slow down. I'm super excited right now for another classic live stream. I want to say first and foremost, brothers, can we please hit the like button? Shout out to my old subscribers over the past few years for your support. Greatly appreciated. Welcome aboard new subscribers for your support. Also greatly appreciated. You are joining a very powerful movement. I also want to say this as well, brothers. We're in for a very special night here. This is a very special stream. So shout out to the guest called Lou for taking his time out to speak about why he's getting married at 21 years old. But we'll hold on that pause there. Can we get the likes up, brothers? Can we please support the channel? Hit the super chats, hit the like button, hit the cash app as well. Show love to me, like how Fresh and Fit supporters show love to Fresh and Fit, and how Kevin Samuels supporters show love to Kevin Samuels. Always support me because no one's doing what I'm doing for you, brothers. Okay, Lou, how you doing, bro? Unmute yourself. You're on mute, bro. Unmute yourself. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, hello. I'm doing great.
Fantastic. Brother, in this stream, we'll be speaking about why the guest Lou decided to propose to his Colombian girlfriend as a 21-year-old Canadian man. First and foremost, brother, tell us who you are, what you do, where you're from in Canada, and then we'll go on from there. Give us a brief introduction about yourself, bro.
Yeah, my name is Lou. I am a 21 mechanic apprentice currently. I live in the Montreal area. And right now, I'm just, after traveling and working, getting my experience outside the country. Now I'm looking more into the future and seeing my options.
Okay, thank you, brother. So obviously, my first question to you in this stream is, you're a 21-year-old Canadian man, and you have proposed to your Colombian girlfriend. Wow! But before I even get the answer to that question, how did you meet that Colombian girlfriend? Is she from Canada? Is she American Colombian, or is she from Colombia herself?
Yes, she's a Colombian, born and raised. She's a farm girl out there in the as they say, backwater country. She is currently a scientist, and I met her when I was there, boots on the ground. And so at first it was just her sister introduced me, and then we talked a bit online while I was still there, and then we started dating.
Okay, very interesting, brother. So why have you decided to, and brothers, can we please get the super chats in, brothers, the cash apps, please support the channel. Again, it's going to be another probably 2 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes of hardcore intel. A lot of my time I give to you, brothers, so please support the channel. It's greatly appreciated. I do a lot of hard work for this channel. Thank you very much, brothers. I love you, brothers. Okay. So Lou, why did you decide to propose to your Colombian girlfriend at age 21? That's a very young age, bro. 21 people, women are, men are, smashing different kind of women, wanting to taste different groups of women. But you, brother, have decided to get married at 21 years old. Why is that, bro?
Okay, yes, it's a very good question, and I know it's a very peculiar answer when people do ask me. So I'll address a little bit of background for that question. when I did go there, right, I was there for mostly to venture out, see the culture, learn Spanish, and as well as get a wife there. That was the specific. When I was thinking about different countries and I was traveling to different countries, I was looking at the prospects because the first time I traveled, which was to Haiti, it really did open my mind on the different cultures. It's a very much family oriented when you go outside of the Western society. So I thought this would be my best opportunity to really seal, the life that I like, the family life. Have that ability to do that. So I decided when I did find my dream uh, girl and the type of woman that I want and what I look for inside on a relationship, not to play around with that.
Mm.
Not to play around with that. Now I know there are. I did take precautions with that as well because I know the hastiness of it, as well as the front and back end consequences of a marriage. Right, there is the possibility of divorce and marriage. If it was for here in Canada, I would not get married.
Okay.
I am not on that boat currently because of the laws. And I've seen it from my parents and the generations around me. It is currently the system of marriage is unfortunately is a failed experiment that we have right now, and the divorce courts are not currently suited on actually for the most part incentivized to break out families that we do have here. So I would not be in a marriage situation here. It's gone to the point where, because of the political systems we have, it is it's incentivized to even limit dating, right? Back then, you could go up, you had the whole pickup, you would go cold approach, you would go to the bar, the beers, the clubs. But after, let's say, the height of feminism, the 2016 election, that has changed, the laws has changed. The view on, let's say, the how courtship has been
Mm.
diminished, and barriers have been put up, so that the beginning of a relationship would be much harder than it would be initially than the days before.
So let
So
me
I
ask
think
this, brother.
good.
How old is your girlfriend?
Her birth was there. So currently she is 22. She just turned 23.
Okay, so she's older than you
Yeah,
by 2 years. Okay. Are you getting married in Colombia or you getting married in Canada?
Colombia.
Okay. Well, very,
Uh,
very good.
yes, and as well because of the divorce, I know for example, the statistic in Colombia for divorce is one of the lowest in the world. That even with that, I told her that there will not be any notary. There will no be any marriage license. If we get married, it'd be under um, witness of God and just us two married because we said so, because you consummated it. But there will not be in the state's hands, because legally, when you
Oh,
do marry, it's you, the state, and yourself. And then so yeah, at first the state doesn't really get into your marriage until you get into it and you really notice it. For the divorce, for the justice system, they come in and say, "Oh no, you're legally obligated to me being legal." I personally I like to be by myself. I'm an introvert. I could never imagine to be stuck with one person your whole life. But after getting a little bit of maturity and saying, "Okay, I would see how you work if you really fought for it, if you really," because relationships are difficult. They're not easy. It's hard work. However, to be legally bounded by the state, almost metaphorically and maybe even realistically at gunpoint, because there are people who go to jail for past due child support and whatever reason, for no fault divorce. I do not want to have a contract with the state. Um, not in here and nor in Colombia. So it's not a marriage, state
It's,
with the state.
so you're saying you're doing a religious marriage. So you ain't signing. So you and your girlfriend are not signing no documentation. You're literally just getting married before God's eyes,
Yeah,
right?
basically. Yeah.
That's beautiful. I mean, and she agreed to that, bro. She agreed to it. So there's no paperwork involved. This is
No paperwork.
incredible. Brothers, this is what it's all about, brothers. This is what it's all about. This brother right here is literally protecting himself. He ain't getting married in the state's eyes, because if unfortunately they do get divorced, we know that the woman could take him to the cleaners. Ain't that right, Lou? That's why he's getting married in God's eyes, religiously. So if they do get divorced, there's no assets to be split, right? Ain't that right,
No,
bro?
no. Yeah, yes. So the no asset, because that does really do have an impact, right? So you're working, working, working. Hence the term divorce grape. I'll use the grape for the censorship, because a man's resources will be not only taken half, you will have to pay alimony to someone you don't like anymore, child support, and give the house, pay the house while she has the new boyfriend raising your kids, and you're living in some backwards apartment. So, and I've seen that all too much, too much, and that's not happening to me. I'm gonna heed the advice of the men of old, and try to learn from their mistakes, and they really want you to take that advice. So I'll take the advice and be precautious
Okay.
of my
Thank you,
relationship.
brother. Shout out to Nate Cali for the £2.13 cash app. Thank you very much, Nate Cali, for your support. As always, appreciate you, bro. Support tonight, brothers. Show some love. Yes, brothers, please show some love, brothers. That would be greatly appreciated. Hit the cash app, hit the super chats, please. Support me like how other content creators get support. I'm giving you the solutions to the problems that are out there. This right here, right now, this stream is going down in history, because I never in my life have I heard about a religious marriage without the state getting involved here. See, that is a solution, brothers, to the horrible marriage rates in the West, right? Only I am giving you the solutions, man. A lot of people complaining about women this, women that. You come on my channel, the solutions are here. Ain't that right, Lou? Am I not the solution maker for everything, bro?
Sometimes you have to stop talking about the problems and get some solutions in, and I think this is a very viable solution.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Shout out to Deshaun Wilson for the $2 super chat. Appreciate you, Deshaun. Thank you, brother. Thank you for your support. Who else super chatted? Shout out to Mr. Joshua Epps for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Joshua Epps. Lovely seeing you here, brother. Support IP to the guest. Good decision, my brother. Yes, indeed. Good decision, bro. Very good decision. So, brother, whose idea was it to get married that kind of way? Was it your idea first? Was it your idea?
It
Or was it
was,
hers?
it was no, it was my idea. It was the standard I put in the relationship at the beginning. I already had the type of this idea before I even met her, and if this was the standard, if she didn't want to go with it, well, I mean, there's other people in line. If you're gonna be with me in that capacity, that's what's gonna be, and it was that's how it was gonna be, and there was no ifs or buts, even when she had precautions, because she really did have an ideal. I mean, you see it the Disney movies. I want to get married and everything, wedding and bride and everything. People have the dream. They have that about. So, I'm not going to go for that. That's not me. If you don't want it, you should leave. You should go somewhere else. I'll be a little bit sad and go on to the next one. But that's the mindset. That's the relationship I'm gonna have. And so she accepted that. She went into it, and she's fully committed to how this relationship's gonna go. So and if you're gonna do this, it has to be set in a precedent in the beginning. You can't really. You could even get mad at a person, and this is for any rule or standard that you put in a relationship. You can't get upset with a person later on for something that you never told them in the beginning, right? So people will usually accept what you give and what you bring in if this is a preconditioned notion or concept that was already in the beginning of the relationship. So that's
Yes.
why it has to be in the beginning, there's no lying. I never lied. This is what it is. I told everything is the truth. You know,
You're only you're only 21 as well, brother. I am super impressed here. You're showing wisdom that not even 40-year-old men have in the West. Brother, you're a genius, brother. No cap, you're a genius, bro. You set your terms early in the relationship.
Mhm.
You said that we're getting married this way in the eyes of God. We ain't doing it for the state. You're a genius, bro. I want to ask you this question, brother. Because you're getting married that way,
Mhm.
um, surely Colombia and the rest of the world, they won't recognize your marriage. So
Mhm.
how are you gonna navigate that? Do you mention that you're not married? Do you mention that
Yeah.
you are married? But how's it gonna work for you, bro?
Well, on the day to day, when people ask, "Oh, are you married or not?" I mean, I'm just saying I'm married, because that's what it is. I'm married. If the state doesn't recognize it, well, that's the state's problem. If I don't want anything to my relationship to even be in Canada at all. I'll keep her there, and she doesn't. Me, my family will be raised in Colombia. You know, I speak Spanish. I'll live there. Um, my focus was when it came to the countries. One, before even the woman, choose the country that you want to live in the first place. What culture do you resonate with? Because when you have a relationship with that person, that's the country that you're going to be tied to in the first place for a very long time, probably the rest of your life. Your children, it's going to be that culture. Can you resonate with that culture? Is it too out front? You know, maybe you have one belief and they have another belief, but it's the whole culture, right? A woman's behavior is usually derived by the environment that they're raised in. So is this an environment conducive for not only that your wife, but also the future family, the culture? So the culture, I thought, still do, is that it is conducive for the family that I want. So that's why I do think Colombia is a great place. So I will be going and staying to Colombia. My house, my future investments will be in Colombia. I'll make my money in Canada as a mechanic. I'll be spending it in Colombia with that currency exchange.
Okay, brother, this is incredible. Um, Shout out to Rorschach for the $2 Canadian super chat. Thank you, Rorschach. Casual observer always gives a tip for the knowledge. Appreciate you, brother, for your support. It means a lot to me, casual observer. Thank you, brother. Um, so, brother, your girlfriend, right, must really, really love you for her to accept those terms. Because if I guarantee you, if that was an American girl, she'd be like, how do you even have the audacity to ask me such a stupid question? Get married in God's eyes? Are you crazy, Lou? How did she must really love you, brother? I mean, tell us more about your girlfriend because I'm amazed here. The fact that she accepted your terms to get married that way means that she has a very strong affection for you. Tell us more about it. Tell us her physical attributes. Is she gorgeous? How does she look like? Does she look like
That's
Jessica Alba in her
mm,
in her prime or Salma
mm.
Hayek? Break it down for us, bro.
Legal. My girl. Let's see, celebrity comparison. If you had a mix of Kerry Washington and Zoe Kravitz, that
Oh,
would be the combination. More
oh,
skin color towards Kerry Washington, but the face really is Zoe Kravitz.
god damn.
Um, very thin, pick her up, light as a feather. About, I think 6'5". No, 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 6'5", 5'5". Um, so she's 5'5". She's very skinny, skinny in the waist. She has the hips. It's not outlandish. She works out very thin. She can't gain weight if she tried. Um, Very intelligent. Like I said, she already has her. If I didn't even meet her, she would already be on her way. She's very curious. That's the first thing I saw. She was immediately engaged. When I didn't know any Spanish, she wanted that Google Translate and she wanted to start talking to me. She wanted to learn a little bit of English, a little bit of words. Um, so she wanted to really get to know me and how I am, as well as currently she's a scientist. She has her bachelor's degree. She even wanted to join the military at some time, but no, she really wants to go into food scientist. and because she was raised as a farmer since she was 17. She's back, and like her house has a finca. Like her parents have a finca. She was raised with chickens all everywhere, cows, dogs, cats, animals everywhere. No internet, no nothing, So she when I first got there, extremely loving, cooking all the good food. I mean, this girl cooks a lot, and I'm surprised that she's that skinny because she cooks a lot. She cleans like she is trying to be like the star janitor. Like she has techniques of cleaning that I've never seen. Like this, really good at that, as well as she's very good with children. She has a lot of patience with energetic children. She's very much I would there's a difference, right? There is very much she's ambitious, not career minded. There's a difference, right? She has a career, great career. She's ambitious, but she's not career minded. She's family minded, right? So if she does have to sacrifice her career, right, she will immediately, right? She said she should stay home, everything. So she'll have what she needs, to support herself if she was by herself. But if when it comes to the family, that's what it is. La familia es muy más importante. So she takes that aside. She'll take that step back and really be there as the neck of the family to support the head, as well as she's very affectionate. She'll give you foot massages, back massages, other stuff that I can't describe on YouTube. And she's very kind. Yeah, she's very kind. So yeah, she's a very right pick. That's why I was like, okay. And that she's already physically, she's already my dream girl. But she's like, then you have all this other stuff on top of it, the femininity. And I'm not talking about girly girl, but just femininity. That's very important. And it's something that is seldom seen in many people. So that's why
Okay.
I
All right, brother. Let me ask. Hold on. Let me ask this quickly. Hold on. Sorry. Give me a second, brother. Shout out to Mr. Conrad Grant for the $2 super chat. Thank you for your support, Conrad Grant. Much appreciated, bro. IP showing support and congrats to guests. Much love. Yes, indeed. Congrats to you, Lou. Much love to you, brother. Thank you, Conrad Grant. Much appreciated, bro. Shout out to Thomas Demihin for the £1.79 super chat. What's up, Thomas? I watched Top Boy episode 1 a few hours ago. Banger, absolute banger. Marrying good foreign woman equals God's blessings. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Thomas, for your support. Much appreciated, bro. Brother, is your girlfriend? Did you body count is very important to me. Was she a virgin? When you met her, or did she have a low body count?
Before I answer that, I'm just gonna close the window. It's Canada. Okay. It's cold.
Okay. Because me, brothers, I only want to marry a virgin. She's got to be a virgin for me to wife her up. So it'll be interesting to hear his answer here.
All right. So body count. Carl, I think she had 2 boyfriends. But she did not in her words. So whether you believe it or not, she said that she has never had an O, the big O. So I was the only person to give her that. So you can imprint on them. You can imprint on them. It's very easy. So they're glued to you, as they say. As a common saying, you could take their soul.
Okay, so she wasn't a virgin. Are you happy are you upset that she wasn't a virgin? Because personally, me, brother, I want to marry a virgin woman. You know that yourself. She's got to be a virgin for me to wife her up. I just can't see myself marrying a woman that's not a virgin. What's your thoughts about that statement, brother? Am I too picky?
I mean, honestly, back then it would be a standard request, but I mean that's just not the world we live in right now. So it'd be hard pressed to find it unless you get them right off the lot, right off the dealership. But you would have to really be stalking the high schools waiting until they turn a certain age and then jump right on it. But however, I think at this point, people are experimenting in high school way before. I think you would probably find that more in very virgins in Asia, Asian continent, Asian countries, maybe like Thailand or Vietnam. They have higher virginity rates over there.
Okay, thank you, brother. Shout out to Joshua Epps for the $199 super chat. He says here, what part of Colombia did you meet your wife, bro?
I met my wife in a rural suburb, the circumference outside of Cali, Colombia.
Can we have a name? Can you type in the name, and I'll post it in the live stream chat if you can remember.
Chat. Let's see. I'll type it in. So I'll give you some areas around it that you could look for it. So you could go to Florida. There's places like Palmira. There's places like Candelaria. These are all next to Cali City, the big Cali City. That's the center of salsa, big capital. If you want marriage-minded girls in Colombia, Cali, Barranquilla, those are the areas. If you want more party, Medellin, Cartagena, that's more party area.
Okay, thank you, brother. Shout out to Amos. Shout out to you, Joshua Epps. Thank you, bro. Shout out to Amos Brown for the $10 super chat. Much appreciated for your support, Amos Brown. Much love, brother. Thank you very much. So Lou, is your girlfriend, is she half black, half white? Something like that.
Her dad is black and her mom is mixed.
Is that half white, half American
more like
Indian?
It's like half black, half mestizo Latino, her mom, and her dad's fully black. So I guess like a majority black, Afro Latina. So
that's why she was choosing on you, bro. Because actually, let's rewind it back. You said that you met her through. Was it through your?
She sent her sister because she saw me, so she sent her sister because she was shy. She sent her sister to come over and talk, and I got her WhatsApp, and then we communicated through WhatsApp.
And was this in a mall? Was this in a bar, club? What was this?
Yeah, the first place I went to was a mall. But right before, it was like outside of a mall. There was like I think they were holding groceries if I remember. They were holding groceries. So I think they just came out the groceries area in the mall. So and the sister came over. So that's how we met. But it was so when I asked her, because I know you're gonna ask the question. When I asked her, have you dated black guys? What do you think about black guys? She came with like her smile glistening, like, oh, me encanta, Exactly. So she was really
she checks your heavy for brothers, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. This is some great intel, man. Brothers, are you concerned about her walking away from the marriage? Because anyone can simply walk away from it because there's no legally binding agreement there, so no one loses assets here. Are you concerned about her doing that in the future?
Well, statistically it would be low, but if it would go to like based on the legally thing, actually a lot of people there weren't even legally married in the first place. A lot of them were just girlfriend and boyfriend. They're just living in the same house. I thought it was a good place because I've never seen so many pregnant women. It's a rarity here. I see maybe 2 pregnant women a year in Canada. There I saw like 20, a day. So you see families everywhere, black families too. That's a rarity. And I was like, this be a good area just to have your quote unquote American dream or your British fantasy or Australian adventure, whatever it is here in a foreign country, your middle class lifestyle that you want, your white picket fence. I think that would be a very good area whether it's Colombia, whether that's Peru, whether that's Brazil, whether that's Kenya or Rwanda, Philippines. I think outside you could really have that what people are looking for that they can't find in the West.
Okay, brother. Next question for you is now, what are her parents' thoughts about your type of marriage, and what are your parents' thoughts about the type of marriage there? Because remember, there's no legally binding agreement there. So,
Mm.
what was the reaction from your parents and her parents, and how you're getting married?
Mm. Well, if it was my parents, they laughed. They laughed because they understood. I mean, they went through the divorce and everything. They're like, oh, it rubbed off on our child, you know. So I guess they laughed, and my whole family they were joking about it, like, oh my gosh, you're such a cynic. Like, what happened to just love? I'm like, all you need is love. I'm like, it's not the Beatles, man. You gotta there's other thing involved. So they laughed, they enjoyed it, they thought it was fun, and they thought it was they're like, hey man, this is your relationship, set the ground, set the precedent. So they were good on it, and her parents they're like, hey, whatever your husband says goes. On on anything, the dad said, hey, if you have a problem, never come to my house and come crying, so I could start fixing it. No, everything has to be with your husband only. You guys got to fix up your the way you guys do things. It's gonna be within your marriage, and you guys have to work things out because that's gonna be, for years. That's how it's gonna be, you know. So that's how it went. Everyone was pretty much supportive. That I was very decisive on how this was gonna go.
This is incredible. Lord have mercy. So you met. So let me just rewind things back. You went to Colombia. You went to Cali, Colombia, and you happened to just travel outside of Cali, Colombia. Why did you go outside Cali, Colombia? What was your reasons of going outside Cali, Colombia to Palmyra? Because it's not really a place that brothers would do. Brothers would normally stay in Cali, Colombia, and ball out. Why did you travel outside?
The focus was the wife. It wasn't to get many girls. It's not to that was personally my focus. If it was my focus, I would have done that. Or I could still do that, and I could easily do that. However, if I was looking for a wife and I was thought about it, I would go to the rural area, the suburbs, where it's good for the family. If I got someone from the country, I even got lucky. I think I got really good with the family. But I mean, even if you go there now, there's a bunch of farm girls they're just waiting. There's competition, high competition over there, for the women trying to find themselves a guy there. She was praying. She was praying for a man. Just came in. She was praying, man. She said she was crying, tearing, praying to God for one. So I swooped in.
Damn. So, brother, you're telling me that the competition in that place there, they really want men to marry quickly, those young women. So you're saying that there's not enough high value men there for them to marry, or there's not enough men in general.
There's just not enough men, because the men, I mean, they have options, right? There's a lot. It's like if you lived in LA, let's say LA or Miami, where there's a lot of pretty, beautiful women, right? With that, it's like, well, yeah, you're pretty, but you're pretty, and then you're pretty, but what else do you bring? Because everyone's pretty, so it's high competition. So everyone's vying for few people, few men. So they're always dolled up. They're working out 24/7. They're eating healthy. They're going dressed up to the nines to go grocery shopping, to go to church, to go to the bank. They're putting everything on their straightener, curling their hair, everything, perfume, just to go see the bank teller, get out a check. They're really vying for it early, very early too, trying to get one. And for a very long time, from let's say to teenage years to 40, 50, they're still in that gym, hitting that gym. On their they're really on that bike, the tricycle. It's like they're running, chasing for a man on the bike, on their exercise machine. Like I'm doing this so I could get married. So they're really putting in that work. It's high competition, high competition.
When her sister approached you, was she speaking English to you or Spanish to you?
Nah, the sister was speaking English.
English.
Yeah, she was speaking
So
English.
she knew. So she knew you were a foreigner.
No, she was speaking Spanish, but she knew I was. No, not even. I don't. No, they didn't know I was a foreigner because even to this day, like when I go there, they don't know that I'm a foreigner personally. Everyone thinks I'm from, Choco, the black area of Colombia, wherever all the black people are from. So they think I'm Colombian.
Even your girlfriend still thinks you're Colombian, or does she know
Yeah,
you're Canadian?
they thought I was Colombian. They're looking for men. They're even the Colombian men. However, they know that the Colombian men have options, right? If you think single motherhood is a big thing in the West, single motherhood is huge in Colombia. Everybody got a child because the men have so many options.
So, brother, she spoke English. She spoke Spanish to you first, the sister. But did you understand what she was saying? Did you say no español, and then did you ask her to speak English?
I was speaking broken up. No, I knew I had to speak. I'm in the foreign area. I'm not in the foreign area. I'm not in the tourist area. I'm in the straight Colombian, suburbs. I know nobody's gonna speak English here. So I knew it was on my responsibility to really learn this language fast if I'm gonna even have a relationship here. I know I didn't even expect her to speak that much English. She tries, but I mean, I know I'm gonna have to face that brunt. As the saying goes for people who travel internationally, like you don't need game, just need a language. So I was really studying the Spanish. So the relationship would be viable because I mean, if you're gonna have years and years and years, you still don't know the language. There's going to be a lot of misunderstandings. It's going to be a lot of trouble. So if you want to negate that, learn it fast. Spanish, if you speak English, it's one of the easiest languages. But you could start understanding telenovelas in like three months. Even I because I was really into it. After 1 month, I was already talking. After 3 months, I could understand the telenovela, no subtitles. 6 months, I could start talking to people, conversations, deeper conversation. And now it's been a year and a half. So yeah, I'm really striving for it. So, but don't really expect English if you go into these areas. You're gonna have to pull out the Google Translate. Google Translate would be your friend. So get that data, get your SIM card, and then get your Google Translate immediately, or download Spanish on your Google Translate before you get there offline. So that would be, you can immediately translate, and they'll be happy. They'll be glad. They won't. There's no fuss. They'll be like, oh no, you're taking your time. Oh, they're not frustrated. They'll be glad to repeat themselves over and over and over again. They'll go on the Google Translate and they want to get to know you. They'll go party. You could go. I was like, oh, let's go to the bar. Let's go to a cafe. Let's get a drink. They'll invite you to dinner or whatever it is. So they'll show you around, etc.
Thank you, brother. Incredible what I'm hearing so far. So I've got a few more questions before I open up the phone lines. I know you only hit for 1 hour 30 minutes. Shout out to Mr. Joseph Ashbury for the $75 super chat donation, brother. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, Joseph Ashbury, man. That's love right there. That's love right there, man. Brother, thank you, man. Brothers, follow his lead. I am providing you the solution. This video right here is one of the solutions to the horrible dating and marriage rates in the West. What you're hearing right now, I don't think CIA and FBI don't even know about this. Keeping it real, this is too much for them. This will literally save brothers. So please hit the cash app, hit the super chat, show some love to me, man. Send some donations in for the channel. It would mean a lot to me because for me to get this interview with Lou right now, I had to ask him, brother, come on the channel. We need that intern experience, and the brother agreed to it. So please support me, brothers, if you want to get more videos like this, okay? Thank you, Joseph. So, brother, 21 years old, incredible. And you know what, brother? People may disagree with you. I actually agree with you very much because I remember back when I was your age many years ago, and looking back at that time right now, I wish I knocked down a chick, at that age. I never knew it would be this bad in terms of dating. I just thought, I'll find someone at 24. Then it got worse and worse and worse. And I don't blame you for doing what you did, bro. 21-year-olds in America and Canada, they're all about stunting, buying Gucci, living their best lives, YOLO, popping bottles in the club, listening to Meek Mill, all that BS. And you look at you, a mechanic, young, well-groomed young man, sharp, incredible, bro. I'm happy for you. So, brother, what's your advice to other 21-year-olds that are your age, Gen Z generation, who are on this sleeping around BS? What's your advice to them, bro?
Look at it this way, right? When you go outside of the country, everything flips, right? Let's just say the power dynamic in a relationship is now yours. Because the feminism did not, there was no growth in that around the world, right? However, there is a window. There is a window. For example, and the biggest example, a lot of people really love, like if you like to white girls, right? Say there's a type you could go. Instead of trying to find the needle of the haystack, you could go to where they make all the needles. Go to the manufacturer. Go to that country where you get your type of girl. Go there. And then find your wife, right? Find the one you want. However, say you're there and you just because you think you have all the options, like women over here today, right? They think they have all the options, and then they go after guy after guy after guy on the carousel, and they don't cash out while they're young and they still can, and then after when they get older they're like, oh, where did all the men go? Well, they're on the new girls, right? That same effect could happen to you, as in there is a window of time. For example, if you liked white girls, you wanted to go to Ukraine, well, if you wanted to get your Ukrainian wife, you probably had to get one maybe a year or 2 years ago, because right now there's no Ukraine for the next 10 years. All right, you can't go there. All right, that's a no-go. If you liked Venezuelan girls, well, that country, there at that part, there was a window. You can't go there anymore. If something happens with China and Taiwan, well, there might be a possibility that if there's a war there, you might not be able to go to Japan. That's like 5-10 years ago. There's like a 5-10 year window on some of these countries, especially with the war that's going on. So if you want to, bag yourself a girl there, because I hear a lot of guys saying, oh yeah, back in the day, I did all these girls, but there was like that second girl there. Yeah, I should have married her. I should have knocked her down. I should have got her there. I should have had my kids with her or something like that. So the opportunity window, it does close. And when you find a girl that really satisfies you, trust me, the urge to go with another wouldn't really come in, because you're super satisfied with the one you have. If you're not satisfied, well, that's why you want to get another girl to plug in things that weren't satisfactory with the first one, so that's why I say close and go there. If this is your thing, if you want the marriage and kids, it's not for everybody, right? Marriage and kids. If you want the marriage and kids and you can't get that in the West because the laws and the atmosphere, it's not suited for it, there is a solution. You can go outside, but however, that window does close. All windows close. So I'd say do that as fast as possible, or go up to it, work up to it, because that there will be a time where that option is closed, and then after you're gonna have to deal with the people who you live with in your country.
Brother, incredible. That right there is Oscar-winning, Nobel Prize-winning speech right there. Windows are very important. He's right about Ukraine. Ukraine is done for, brothers. Ukraine is done for the next 5-10 years. He's right about that. And I know one of the Ukrainian women are top tier, especially for white girls. I know some brothers may like white girls, but it's over now. So you need to cross Ukraine off your list now, because you won't be able to go there anymore unless you want to get jacked up by a Russian dude, and you don't want that. Incredible. Hold on, brother. What was I gonna say?
Not only that window, but there's also the window of feminism too. When I went to Kenya, when I went to Haiti, The feminism and not only that, just the Western values, they do creep in. Americanization is coming in slowly and surely. Everybody has a phone. The movies are coming in. So the environment is slowly shifting in these places as well, right? In Nigeria, in Haiti, in now you're starting to see it in South Korea a little. It's ticking like the environment's changing. Halfway for Kenya. I know it's coming in a little bit in Ghana, but get in there before it becomes another America. So I know it's going in Mexico as well. So get in there before, and even you can't even get priced out. Maybe it's too expensive, right? Maybe Japan can start getting way too expensive. Maybe Chile might get too expensive. Argentina's having inflation, right? So these windows come in, and maybe your own personal window. Maybe you as a person, maybe you can only travel now, and then maybe later on you can't travel. Maybe you have something going on. Maybe you have oh, now I got a felony, I can't travel, or now I'm sick, I can't travel. It's hard on the body. It's like, oh no, I'll wait. Now you can't do it. Oh, I have a job right now, or I have income to even have the family in the first place. But now you're older, you waited, and oh, I got someone caught up, I got someone pregnant. Now I have to deal with money and child support, and I have to pay this all the time. I can't travel yet, right? The windows, there's multiple windows that close, whether outside forces, the world, geopolitics, or your life. So you're gonna have to make your move, be decisive about it, So I thought this right now is a good window for me, and that's why I did it. If I didn't think it was a good window, I wouldn't have done it.
Are you worried about your future wife becoming a feminist and adopting feminism? Because I know she knows your Canadian brother living in Canada, right? So she's probably gonna now look into how she can make herself more accessible too. So learn about Canadian culture, watch Canadian films, and that's feminism creeps in. Are you worried about her becoming a feminist? And I'm guessing, hold on, bro. I'm guessing that's why you're getting married this way, as an insurance, So if she does become a feminist, if she does become too much to handle, you can walk away without any repercussions, right?
Yes. No repercussions, and it'll be mostly in Colombia. The culture, I'm doing the culture do most of the work. The environment, that's the thing that really does most of the work. If it was just me, I mean, me, and then after I have the legal system coming down on me, I don't have that much leverage. I have leverage in the relationship when my currency exchange, it's like it's insane, right? You go from broke to high middle class over there. At the same time, environment, culture, her own family, the families around her. It's the culture, really the culture. Use that as the glue, as the leverage, where you'll be successful for not only for her, your relationship, your children, and your children's children, et cetera, et cetera. So that's why I think it's a good idea.
Okay, brother. I've got 3 more questions for you before I open the phone lines. Next one is, so are you moving to Colombia permanently? Because obviously, yeah, you don't work a remote job. You're a mechanic, so yeah, I'm guessing you have to be in Canada. So are you going to balance your time between Canada and Colombia? So will you be like in Colombia, once every 2 months? Is your girlfriend okay with that? Is your wife okay with that? How are you going to balance your time between both countries? How long will you stay in Colombia? How long will you stay in Canada?
So currently, at first it was 3 months here, 3 months there. All right. My short-term plan is to just skip the winters of Canada, snowbird over there, be there for 6 months, and 6 months in Canada, 6 months there, and work. I did choose a trade job, so it's very flexible for me to go to work the tire seasons, and if I want, leave the garage and then come back for the tire season next time. And then that's if you're in a trade job. I know plumbers could do that. I know people who are contract workers. So if you have a trade job, or if you have a remote job, if you're a computer programmer, I mean, you could already just work in Colombia, so you could work anywhere if you have a computer. But if you're a trade job guy, or if you're someone who knows that you could get that job easily, you could be flexible with it, or you could get transferred to the country that you want, go to the country there. So my plan is really work up until I could save enough money to buy a house there, land there, so that I could just live there cost of living is good. So that's pretty much it. Half and half for now until I could work there. And I did ask questions. I can work there as a mechanic as well in Colombia.
Is your boss? Oh, obvious. Okay, so 2 questions following from that point. Is your boss okay with that? As a mechanic, is your obviously your boss? You have a boss as a mechanic. Is he okay with you doing this?
Yeah.
Second one is, how can you work? You know, if you're not recognized as a true marriage couple,
Mhm.
how are you gonna work in Colombia? What kind of visa will you be on that allows you to work? So 2 questions there for you, bro.
Okay, so well, the first one, yes, my boss is perfectly fine doing this because for the tire season, I'm an apprentice, right? So they hire extra apprentices for doing tires and oil changes. It's Canada, so you have to change your tires all the time. So um, they hire you extra for that, and if you want to stay in the garage, you could stay or you could leave. If I want to stay, maybe earn extra money, I could stay. But if I want to go out and travel, I could just say, okay, bye, and I could either go there or go for another job. It doesn't really bother me, and they're completely okay with it. As well for the work thing, you don't need to be married to be there. If you were legally married, you could be married to each other, and in 2 years after that, you could get a residency over there. However, you don't even need to be married. You could get a work visa over there. Just get the company agree to it. Um, After 3 months, get a 3 months visa so you can apply for the cedula. That's the ID. Once you have a cedula, all you need is your experience and a bank account there. So you open the bank account with that cedula, the ID. So you have a bank account, just like if you were here, bank account, your ID, and just background experience. So I already had so just bring a resume basically, and then they'll hire you, and with that, then you could get your visa, and you could just work there. That's if you're doing and that has nothing to do with the marriage itself. That's just me as I could be a foreigner working in another country. I could work in a garage there. There are a bunch of dealerships over there. There is Ford, Chevy, just like the dealerships you'll see in modern area. You want the same thing over there.
Thank you, brother. 2 more questions now. Are you a monogamous or do you practice polygamy?
So currently, I do not. I'm currently monogamous because I don't want to get any mistakes. I know I'm young. I don't want any of the mistakes. I've seen all the mistakes. I don't want to get anyone pregnant. I don't want to catch all the itchy, scratchy, like it's Pokemon badges. I don't want to catch them all. I stay safe. Don't want any allegations. I just really concentrating on the grind and getting my money up and really doing something where a future me could pat me on the back and say, hey, you did well right now. So I could have the good life that I want. So I know that an unwanted consequence of a relationship can be a huge setback on your life. Hence why I do not pursue those relationships. I really just stay focused.
Okay, brother. Wonderful. Have you had the talk about ST and STIs with your girlfriend already? So before you had sex, did you speak about that with each other? Did you go for testing before you smashed her? And did she go for testing too?
Yeah, I made sure that there was no problems with her. We did go to the clinic. There's no problems with going to the clinic. I mean, if you ever dated a girl, you'll know that they go to the clinics a lot. Like any girl, I mean, any country, and there's a lot of reasons why a girl needs to go to the clinic. So there's no problem if you say, oh yeah, let's go to the clinic real quick to get an STD check. No, there was no problems. There's nothing wrong with there. So I could just go forward.
Wonderful. Hey, this brother's pouring out, man. This is some the Black Albert Einstein over here. So my next question for you, last one, brother, before I open up the phone lines. Finances. Will you pay for everything? Would it be 50-50? Would it be 70% you, 30% her? Have you spoken about finances? Who pays for who, etc., etc.? Come on, bro.
Okay, so yeah, I pay for everything. I make sure because I do have the ability to, the leverage to. If I was doing it here in Canada, I would start, my wallet would start hurting, because everything's like double. I mean, it's already high enough, all the inflation here, but there it's everything's super cheap with the leverage of being from another country, so cheap that you can have dinner of two, blah blah blah, whatever it is, and it'll be all under $5. And I was like, yeah, this is easy, right? Go to the movie theater and go see a good movie in 3D. I'll pay for it, and it'll be under $10, right? So this is the stuff where it's easier because you have that leverage. Yes, I do pay for it, and it does set a precedent. If she would be in my apartment, so it does give you leverage. So if there is a disagreement, I was like, oh, you could leave. You could go back to your mom's house. It's kind of the leverage that you have to go back. The authority of a man that you're supposed to have your things together. All right, to even have if you don't have your things together, you shouldn't be dating in the first place. No broke dating. So that's why I would pay for everything if I have the ability to do it, and I do have the ability to do this in this scenario.
Okay, brother. Last question now. When do you plan to have children with this lady?
Um, Only in 2 years. Only in 2 years. So around 20. I only want like two kids. So like I'll be uh 20, 25-ish when I have the ability. Like there's a good foundation, and it's not just that. Oh yeah, I could give food. Even now, I could give uh with the money with the exchange rate. I could do the basic stuff. However, I want the ability to give my kids like over there like private schools, extracurricular activities, tutors, so they could get to the a higher get the a beginning in their economic and educational careers. So I would wait until I have a foundation for them, a better foundation.
Yes, nice one, bro. Did you go to university?
No, I went to what's here is called CIGEP, which is called it's basically the equivalent of a community college. I did go 1 year for business management marketing, and then after I decided not to go because I wasn't going to go all the way to university in the first place. I just personally I didn't want the debt, so I just and I wasn't interested, so I wanted to do something with my hands. So I went to do mechanics, and I thought it was a viable thing. I mean, it was a had a high percentage growth rate, and I thought it was very enjoyable. I could work on motorcycles, cars, etc. So that's why I chose that. So no, I went to trade school, not university.
Okay, thank you very much for this incredible information, bro. Lou, incredible, bro. I hope your marriage goes very extremely ultra well,
Thank
and I
you
hope
very
it
much.
lasts very long, brother. Shout out to Mr. Anthony Thomas for the $5 super chat. He says, call to you, brother. I see you with the Boondocks AVI. Thank you very much for supporting the channel, Anthony Thomas. Much appreciated, brother. Thank you. Shout out to Mr. Joseph Ashbury for the $25 super chat. Thank you, Joseph Ashbury. Much appreciated, brother. Thank you for showing love. This info is gold, people. Grab a beer, chill and listen. This man gets it. Yes, indeed. Only on this channel, so please show some love to the channel. Hit the super chats, hit the cash app. Support me as how Fresh and Fit supporters support Fresh and Fit, and how Kevin Samuel supporters support Kevin Samuel. So please, I am providing the solutions to the problems that many people in the manosphere are showing you and telling you how bad it is in dating and marrying in the West. Thank you, Joseph Ashbury. Much appreciated, brother, for the love you're showing. Thank you, bro. Okay. Shout out to I think I saw a super chat from a guy called Brian. Shout out to Brian for the $10 super chat. Thank you very much, Brian, for supporting this channel. It means a lot to me, bro. Thank you, brother. Thank you, bro. Much love. So I'm gonna open up the phone lines right now. I will say, brothers, please make sure you join the Patreon, because on the Patreon, this kind of information you find on the Patreon. In fact, this should have been on the Patreon, but I thought let me let everyone know about how marriage is, abroad. So if you want to get more information like this, you will only find out on the Patreon. So please subscribe to the Patreon. Here's a link to the Patreon, brothers. Please support the Patreon. Join the Patreon, brothers. So press a 2 in the chat if you will be joining the Patreon. There's a Facebook group as well, brothers. So here you go. Join the Facebook group, brothers, to discuss traveling, dating with high value males. There's also a Discord server. And to get in the Discord server, you must be a part of the Patreon. So many benefits of the Patreon: one-to-one IT consulting, and trying to get you into IT so you can remote work from America and Canada, and the UK and make a lot of money, but live like kings, like Lou said, in Colombia. So that's the movement I'm pushing right now, the IT remote working space. If you want more information about that, join the Patreon. So press a 2 in the chat if you will be joining the Patreon. I'm also on Instagram, brothers, so please follow me on Instagram and send me a DM on Instagram. I will get back to you as soon as possible. Here's a link to the Instagram. Let me put you on mute real quickly. Give me a couple seconds, bro. Let me just shout out the social media stuff. I'm also on Twitter as well, brothers, so please follow me on Twitter. Send me a DM on Twitter. I'll get back to you as soon as possible on Twitter. Okay, what else? So I'm also on the Cash App as well, brothers. That's open 24/7. So please send through your more donations via the Cash App and send through more super chats as well throughout the stream. Show some love to me, man. Show love to me, brothers. I'm giving you the solutions here. You know, no one else is doing it like me. You know, so please show some love to the channel and the movement. Okay, that'd be greatly appreciated. So let me now open up the streams and then get some callers in. Please be respectful to our caller, or there will be consequences for your actions. Okay, so please be respectful to our caller. Call in, brothers. You're from Montreal, right, Lou? Let me unmute you.
Yeah, Montreal.
Okay. Let me pin this. We got the black Kid J. I just dropped the StreamYard link in the chat. Click on the StreamYard link, bro. Shout out to A Talks. A Talks will be joining the Patreon. Press the 2 in the live stream chat to join the Patreon, brothers. Press the 2 if you will be joining the Patreon. Michael Lawrence, can you turn your camera on in the background, please? Yeah, turn it off, Michael Lawrence. Let me bring in Michael Lawrence. What's going on, Mike?
Hey, what's going on, IP?
I'm doing good, brother. How are you?
I'm good. Just
Fantastic.
hanging in there. You're just hanging in there. Yeah. Oh, congratulations, by the way, the engagement.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's yeah. I have one question before I go to bed. So does the family? So will you get? So will you plan on getting married in the church in Colombia, right?
Yeah, the venue could be in the two venues that we thought of was church. However, I'm leaning more towards the more like a finca. So you go to you rent out a finca and you go marry outside, and it's like the grass type thing on somebody else's like a villa, and those are cheap. It's nice, it's fun. It's
So
outside, everyone's salsing, so that's a good idea to me.
okay, so it's Catholic, right?
Yeah,
Everything.
the majority of, I think it's 90% Catholic in that country. However, even when I say the religion, the church is just the setting in itself. When I say it's by God, it's because it's the Bible. But the church is more the location. It's where you would do the wedding. Yeah.
Oh, fascinating. Well, thanks. Thanks,
Thank you very
IB.
much.
Okay. Thank you, Michael Lawrence. Great question, bro. Let me bring in Kid J. The brother Kid J. Can I bring you in, bro? Give me a thumbs up. Let me bring in Kid J. Mr. Kid J, how you doing, brother?
Good, and you?
I'm doing good, man. My Canadian brothers from Montreal, man. What's up, brother?
Wait, hold on. You give me a second. Give me. Oh. Supporting my bro.
Yeah, Kid J's over here, just chilling.
We got Kid J in the building, man.
Well, yeah. Just supporting my bro. I guess I'll do like one question.
Of course, brother. Please, as much as you want, brother.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, do you think it's possible for to like bring a Colombian woman over here and for her to like not get westernized? Like, do you think it's possible?
Question to me or question to Lou?
Both of you guys.
Lou, you go first, brother.
Yeah, I think it's possible if you have the foundation of your relationship set, that you're already like it's not just you two. You probably have maybe a kid, or a kid or two, and you already have the family dynamic. You already have your routine together. Maybe you don't move into the city. You move into a quiet suburb. If you have um, she's really into your family. She talks there. She goes to dinners. Then it's be very focused on your family, and not so much of the society that's around her. However, it's possible, but there's risk. There's risks.
Okay. For me, I would never bring my foreign girlfriend or wife to live with me in America, UK, or the West in general. I feel like Western culture is too strong at the moment, Kid J. Eventually, your foreign girlfriend will adopt feminist traits. She'll start hating you, start being different towards you, and she might even practice hypergamy as well and go for a richer guy. You know, it's very dangerous for you to bring your foreign woman over to the West. I strongly advise against it. Keep her in her home country and find a way to travel to her country frequently, or brother, simply get on this IT movement, this remote working movement. Get making money in Canadian dollars, and then live in Colombia, and you're balling out every day with your Canadian money, and you ain't got to travel there and back because you're remote working. So that's why I'm pushing out IT on my channel. IT will allow you to remote work and work anywhere in the world.
Okay, that's a good response, because like I've heard you talk about IT multiple times on the channel. I mean, like it got me curious, right? I'm gonna do like some research, and when I'm ready to get into that, I think I'm gonna message you.
But of course, man, I've got plenty of brothers on the Patreon who I'm mentoring and doing one-to-one consultations with regarding IT. Some want to get into system administration, IT help desk, cybersecurity, and all that stuff. So I'm giving them pathways and giving them resources for them to get into those industries. Some already have IT knowledge. They just need to get into a specific part of IT, and it's going very good so far.
Okay. All right. I think that's all my questions. I only have one question. Good speaking to you guys.
Awesome. Thank you.
I'm gonna let you guys go. See you later.
All right, take it easy, Kid J. Great question, brother.
Thank you. Bye.
No worries, bro. So brothers, call in. We got a lot of space on the panel. Kid J is here for 25 more minutes before he has to go. So call in right now. If you can't call in, please cash app or super chat your questions. So you can either call in or cash app and super chat your questions. Okay. So Kid J,
Lou.
Oh, sorry, Lou. Sorry, bro. I mean, you got a girlfriend that is the face of Zoe Kravitz, and I watched the Batman recently. I was like, damn, Zoe Kravitz, she's pretty hot. I'm like, damn, has she got the same body as Zoe Kravitz too?
Yeah, she's thin. As CG would say, she's foldable. She's she's. I give her 10 on 10 IGN.
Damn. Lord have you give her 10 out of 10 IGN? What's that?
Yeah,
IGN?
yeah.
What's IGN?
The gaming review channel. So yeah, I think
okay, yeah.
if I were to be like a specific, I would say a without makeup, fresh out the shower, because she doesn't wear makeup. I'd say a 9 in the face, and say 8.5 the body. But if we're for rating people, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
Damn. Brother, you know you lucked up, right? You know you lucked up heavy, brother. And you know, I'm guessing you're a religious brother. You believe in God, you pray every day and all that stuff. So I mean, God answers your prayers, bro. And I know you're probably praying for a wife, and God delivered it to you, man. Look at
that. She's a Proverbs woman, as they say.
Damn. Jeez, man. God is good, man. God in Jesus is good, man. It's just it's a demonic time we're living in. Demonic times where women are disgusting, literally on that demon time. They're on that demon time nonsense. They're on that nonsense band. You know, we got to have the Holy Spirit around us, man, to keep us away from these demons. It's very sad to see how the West is going down, and it's going to spread all around the world, brothers. You know, women that we thought was once foreign will become westernized. We've seen it in Kenya, we've seen it in Nigeria, we're seeing it in goddamn what's that country called? What's that country called that's becoming? We're seeing it in Sweden.
Yeah,
you know, Norway. It's crazy.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Swedish men have to now import Thai wives. You know, it's how can it get so bad that you have to import women to marry in your country? How can it get that bad? You know, that's a sign there, brothers, that it's going to get a lot more worse before it gets better. You know, it's going to get a lot more worse before it gets better. So, like Lou, I don't blame Lou being 21 getting married quickly, because it's going to get a lot more worse, man.
Yeah, and I mean, currently a lot of people complain like, oh, girls are just they're going around, they're not picking their guy. They have the abundance of choice, so much so that they can't make their own decisions on which guy to pick. So I have 5 guys. He does this. This one fixes my car. This one pays my bills. This one blows my back out, and this one gives me free lunch. And you know, I really can't pick who's gonna be my hubby. And you do that for a while and a while and a while. I see the consequences of that, so I was like, I didn't want to really. Now that I have, when you travel, you have the advantage in this situation, and you know, I don't want to get greedy and be like, well, you could be selfish, you could do what you want, that's your life, but like I'm immediate. Once I have the decision, I'm very decisive. Like, that's the one, I chose it. I'm already satisfied. Perfect. She hits all of whatever simple boxes that you men usually have. It's not like a whole list, but whatever. I was like, okay, you got the minimum qualifications. You're fit. You're feminine. You can do that. You can bang. All right, we're on the team. And once you have that, well, now I can focus on anything. I'm focusing on money. I'm focusing on real estate. I'm focusing on learning new languages, learning new skills. I like to do other things in my life. So, because when you're not thinking about, always chasing women all the time, you're thinking about other things. It's not something I want to think about all the time. So once you have that, I mean, there's more to life. There's more to life.
Thank you, bro. Shout out to Ash L for the $5 super chat. Thank you, Ash L, for the support. What part of Cali did he meet his woman? Can you answer that, please, bro?
Yeah, it's an outside in the suburbs of Cali. So it's a 25-minute, not 25, like a 30-minute drive away from Cali. However, when you go to Cali, oh my gosh, it's like just supermodels and Instagram models walking around. So yeah, it could be you have your choice. It's a buffet, man. So depending on what type of guy you are, you could eat as much as you want. I mean, it's a buffet, so you could put as much as on your plate as you want. So you could choose whatever you want, whatever meal you want. So you have an assortment of choice. There's all for everyone. If you go to Medellin, it's more lighter skin, short jet black hair with the highlights in it, the paisas speak a certain way. Then you go to and that's more partyish. Business, it's the textile industry, a lot of plastic surgery, but it's more of the lighter skin Latinos. Then when you go to Cartagena, it's more Caribbean. It's the Caribbean. The humidity, it looks like Miami 2.0. Like, it looks exactly like Miami. You go there, you'll have more mixed girls over there, and you'll have some Afro Latinos over there. You go to Pradera, same thing like Medellin, like lighter, whiter Colombian girls. You go to Toluma, which is in Choco, that's all black girls. And you go to Cali, which is more black, light skin mix, but more mestizo, light skin, and Afro Latinos over there.
Okay, so, thank you, yeah. Ash L. Thank you, Ash L, for the question. So, brothers, feel free to call in. The brother has 15 more minutes. If you have any questions, call in. So, Lou, I know you found your wife just outside of Cali, but close to Cali. Can we find wives in Cali, Colombia?
Yes, you can find wives in Cali. Yeah, there's a lot of areas to go in. You go to the malls. You'll see a bunch of options. I think day game. Like if you're, I think daytime. If you want to try look for people, daytime is great. Gyms are action packed. Just packed. You could go in there. You could go to restaurants, bars. They play a lot in Colombia. They play a pool a lot, like billiards. They play that a lot. So you go, you could play over there. But if you go to clubs and all that, a lot of them go in groups with their families, their cousins, their sisters. So the clubs, they'll be in groups. So you'd have to, one, know Spanish, and two, navigate that. Um, However, I think it'd be better for the daytime parks. So yeah, in Cali, there's a lot of parks and everything. Beautiful mountains. So yeah, you can find it in Cali.
Were you um were you in Cali by yourself? Did you travel to Colombia by yourself when you met your girlfriend?
Yeah, I traveled to Colombia by myself.
How old were you?
There. I was at the time 20 when I first went to Colombia.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. I wasn't traveling when I was 20.
Mm-hmm.
This is incredible. It's
Like,
seeing young brothers travel like
when I
that.
when I went to Haiti, I was 18. When I went to Kenya, and that was when then I was 19, and then 20 for Colombia, and 21 Colombia.
Thank you, bro. Ninja 55 and AI, can you please turn your cameras on in the background, please? Ninja 55 confirmed. AI confirmed. Let me bring in AI, artificial intelligence. What's going on, AI? How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
AI, I'm doing good, brother. Are you new to the channel, AI?
Yes, I just recently stumbled on the channel.
Okay, welcome to the channel, AI. Reach out to me on IG, AI, so I can give you the full induction for the channel, okay?
Oh, okay, perfect. I got it.
Fantastic. Do you have any questions for our guest, Lou?
Yes, I wanted to first congratulate him on the engagement. And
Thank you very much.
Second of all, the main question I have is, it's not specific to Colombian women or any like the countries that usually people talk about, like Thailand or Colombia. It's like, does anybody have experience with South Asian women? Is what I'm hoping for.
Oh, like the Indian,
Like Indian,
Pakistani.
Pakistani, yeah.
Nah, bro, we're not into them on the channel.
Oh, that's bad luck, because I lived in India for a decade, and I can speak the language, and I'm like, those are the girls I'm into. And
Are you a brother? Are you Indian?
Yes,
Or
yes. No,
okay.
I'm a brother. Yeah.
Why were you in India for 10 years?
It's family situation. So I was in India for 10 years, and then I just came to the States like maybe 3-4 years ago now, or 3 years ish. So the girls that I saw here, specifically like the Indian and the Pakistani and the Bangladeshi girls, like, it's like their standards are way too high. If I'm being honest, like, they're the guys that they're looking for are like doctors, lawyers, engineers, and I'm like, I mean, it's like the standards are too high. Like they have high standards. So I was like hoping maybe I can travel back there and then see if anybody had any input, like if everybody. But
Nah, bro, let me tell you this,
no.
brother. South Asia I'm not interested in them, and a lot of brothers are not interested in South Asian women. We ain't checking for them, they ain't checking for us, and that's okay, brother, because we ain't checking for them in any shape or form. Only 0.5% of black men are checking for them, in my opinion.
Oh shit! So what girls are you guys checking for? So the ones that I commonly hear is like Colombia, Thailand, Philippines, uh,
So
the
usually
maybe the
Latinos and
Eastern
Asians.
Europeans. Yeah.
AI, hold that for AI, because it seems like you don't have any questions for Lou. Let me bring in Ninja 55 because Lou has to go very soon. So let
Oh,
me
okay,
put
no
you on
problem.
mute.
No
But
problem.
we'll come at that, okay, bro?
Oh, no problem.
Okay. Ninja 55, let me bring you in, brother. How you doing, Ninja?
I'm doing okay, and congratulations to you, little, for your you getting married soon. Congratulations, bro.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Do you have any
Oh,
questions for Lou, Ninja?
Yeah, I do. I have a couple.
Go on, brother.
First, I would like to know the woman in Colombia. Uh, are there's different types of women in Colombia, like Afro Colombian and then regular Colombian woman or something, or the lighter skinned one.
Yeah, there's a high variety of Colombian women. There it's a, I mean, other than they'll look like almost every ethnicity. Some of them would some of them would look even Asian because of their indigenous background. So you'll get a lot of Native American indigenous Colombians. You'll get the Afros, Afro Latinas. You'll get the Mestizas, the Paisas, the Rojas. The girls look white. Some girls are surprised they're born blonde. Some girls with blue eyes. So you'll find a variety mix in Colombia.
Oh, and are they compared to the Canadian woman? They're submissive, huh?
Yes, they're submissive, and submissive is not a curse word. So they're very into their femininity, and I'm not saying um, here in Canada you'll get girly girls, but seldom will you'll see a feminine woman. Girly girls, yeah, they put their makeup, they dress in skirts and stuff like that. But the femininity, as in the ability to have a submissiveness and or a cooperativeness, non-argumentative, less drama. That is something you will find in Colombia. However, there is the feistiness that comes with it. They do have um, a quick temper, but I mean their actions say different always from their whatever temper it is. Their actions will always go towards the family, and they'll immediately become feminine after their temper runs off.
Right, because here in the States where I'm at, oh man, these women are just mean and everything. They don't even give me a chance when I say something to them or try to approach them. All these women, black, white, Indian, Hispanic, oh man, they hate me here, man. I'll just have to go to Colombia then.
Yeah, man, yeah. I mean, go out, get your toes wet outside and overseas. Go see if you get different results. If you get the same results, then maybe yeah, there's something with you. But if you get different results, it was probably your environment that was
I mean, I'll be
not the right.
saying I'll be saying the right things, but you'll see like obese men with hot woman hair. Yeah, it's probably like that in Canada too, obese men with hot woman, which is like, and I'll be thinking like, what?
I see that. What I see in Colombia is the not the best looking man with the prettiest woman over there in Colombia, because the looks, as the old saying goes, men are not supposed to be pretty. So that part of the relationship is not as vain as the standards that you would see here.
How do those men even attract women like that? Are they rich men, or is it just the fact that there's such a short scarcity of men in Colombia that women are fighting for any type of man?
It really is the scarcity, and also the past history as well. There was it's not like it's the safest place on the planet as well. You can't leave anything anywhere. You have to be vigilant, right? So protection and provision are still a necessity within those countries. So there is a need. It's not I don't need no man. It is a man is a necessity in a relationship.
Oh, so they don't care about height then.
No, the average height of a man in Colombia is probably 5'6", 5'7". Their height doesn't really matter there, not at all. I've seen short guys with taller women there, tall model women there. It really does not matter.
Are you moving to Cali, Colombia?
My intention is to move there slowly but surely. Continuously go there. and at some point have my house there that I can't move there.
Okay. Does she live in Cali, Colombia, or does she live outside of Cali, Colombia, just outside the skirts?
She lives outside. She lives outside of Cali, near the farmland.
Is it safe there?
It is generally safer than the city. The less population you have there. No. Let me take that back. If you live in the farmland and the fincas, there is a possibility, depending where you are, where you can encounter la guerrilla, the guerrilla forces that are in the jungle. So I don't recommend going too close to the jungle. Stay in a small town or stay near the mid city or the big city, but not too far into the jungles.
Fantastic. Thank you, brother, for those questions. Is that all your questions, Ninja 55?
I wanted to ask something, but I that's all my questions.
Are you sure you can ask? Because brothers, call in. He can't be here for too long, our guest. So call in right now, brothers, if you have any questions. If you can't call in, please cash app and super chat your questions for the guest to answer. Carry on, Ninja. Or AI, do you have any questions for the guest, AI, if you're still there?
I'm still here. Yeah. No, I didn't have any particular questions because the women that I'm not dealing with, like Colombian women and those type of women, so I don't have any questions regarding that.
Okay. Stay in the background, then we'll run it back to you later on, AI, okay? Put yourself on mute, brother. Go on, Ninja.
Is Lou, is he on Twitch? And are you on Twitch too, IP?
I'm not on Twitch, no.
No, I'm not on Twitch.
Oh, okay.
Should I be on there? Or
I mean, yeah, it's more ways that you can make money. It's easy to make an account, and you can make money off of there. You get a lot of followers, and the followers they give you donations on there.
Okay, I'll look into Twitch. Thank you, brother. Much appreciated, Ninja 55. Do you have any questions regarding Colombia tour for Lou, or is that it?
Oh yeah. Now you said let me see, the language barrier. That's well, I just get an app or something, or a translator to communicate with those women.
Yeah, I would say go for Google Translate. I'd say learn some basic Spanish on YouTube. Basic sentences. It does help. It does show that you're interested in the culture, and that you're not just here to be a tourist and leave. That you have an investment inside the culture. So learn the basic languages, and then since you're making an effort, she'll make an effort because you're trying to learn the language. At the time, I didn't know that much Spanish, so it's because the effort that I'm seeing has the results. So that's why I kept learning. So start with the basics.
Right, I'll try that out then.
If not, go to universities or a high tourist area where you might find the English. But it's seldom that everyone speaks English. I mean, they learn it in school, but they don't really speak it all too much. So just make the effort. If you want it, you go get it.
Wow. Okay. All right. I'll try that out. I'll definitely try that out.
Okay. Thank you very much for those questions, Ninja 55. Lou, how long do you have left on this?
Honestly, I have like a minute left. So.
Okay, brother. Do you have any closing statements, Lou, before you go? But before you say so, I want to say thank you very much for taking your time out to come on the channel. It's greatly appreciated. It means a lot to me, and I'm sure it means a lot to brothers who have got this new age information. Thank you very much, brother. Do you have anything you want to say? Before you leave?
Yeah. So I'll just say that yeah, really do your research. The research is very important. And it's not just for Colombia, but it's for whatever country you want. Do your research. That is this for you? How your approach? Can you afford it? How could you afford it? How could you support yourself? What are your goals? Is it to Just go there and talk to multiple women if you want to have dates, if you're spinning plates, or do you want the long-term girlfriend? Do you want a marriage? What is your goal there? You have to define that before you go. So you have the ability to communicate that, what your goal is there in whatever country it is. And also, if you're going to do a serious relationship, it's not so much for the one night stands and uh, as they say, the tourism. If you're going to do a serious relationship, it is not just the woman, but also the country and the culture that is very important, because that will be a big aspect on your relationship and for the rest of your life. So, does that culture resonate with you? Is it accessible? Maybe is it the logistics, right? Is it too far? Maybe if you're from Britain, which maybe European women, maybe it's Asian women. If you're in west side of United States, maybe it's the Japanese over there, or you go down to the border of Mexico. Could you afford to even sustain this relationship for the logistics? If you're in the United States and you have to go to Burkina Faso all the time, it could get expensive, right? Could you afford those expenses? If you can, then that's great. If you can't, then the logistics are a very important part of this long-term relationships. To make it work. So you also have to think about the logistics of the side, and also the window, the history, the culture, what's going on, because the window does shorten, and at some point you'd want it, and it can be closed off for you, maybe forever, indefinitely, maybe the next 20 years, 40 years, maybe there's another war in that place. You have to do your research before going into this and know what you want. So that's what I would say.
Thank you very much, Lou. Appreciate you, brother. You are free to leave whenever you want to. I want to say thank you very much, brother, and we'll definitely be getting you on the channel in the future to get an update on your marriage, how things are going in Colombia. You know me, I'm only a few seconds away. You have my contact details, Lou. So any questions you have for me, brother, feel free to let me know, okay?
No problem, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
No worries, brother. Look after yourself, Lou. Congratulations again on your marriage.
Thank you. Take care.
Look after yourself, brother. May it last long and may it be successful.
Thank you. Bye.
Take it easy, brother. Thank you. That's a clean cut, brother, right there. Clean cut. One of the most smartest 21-year-olds I've ever met in my life. That's what I love seeing, man. So, brothers, let's get the likes up. Let's get the donations up as well. Please hit the super chats. Please hit the cash app to support the channel. Support is very needed in this channel. Let me just tell you how this channel is helping a lot of people out, and how true my intel is. Okay, AI, call back in, brother. So one Malaysian chick, right? She wrote a comment saying that the Malaysian video I did last year was a little too accurate. She said that. Love from Malaysia. This is how truthful this channel is. There's no cap on this channel whatsoever. I'm giving you the granular details that no other person is giving you, right? The fact that women are commenting on the channel saying, oh, wow, this is too accurate, incredible. So it means that it's true. So if you want to go out there to Malaysia, you know that all you have to do is watch my Malaysian video, and that's exactly how the women are, and that's all the intel you need. It's crazy. It is crazy, Damn. Shout out to Meaty Med for the £15.17 cash app. He says, top-notch information. Thank you for the kind words, bro. You will only find this information on the channel. I'm keeping it real. No one is doing it like me. That's why I'm telling you, brothers, please support the Patreon. How many of you brothers are going to support the Patreon every month? And it's very cheap. It's not expensive. It's super cheap, Even if you don't want the benefits, you subscribing for $12 a month, $18 a month, spend that on me instead of spending it on some 304 or some chick that wants to use you. Show love to the channel. Show love to me, man. 6 years in the game, giving you brothers back-to-back classics like Jordan in the 90s with Chicago Bulls. Show some love, brothers. So please support the channel. please subscribe to the Patreon. Please hit the donations. That'd be greatly appreciated. So, call in, brothers. AI, I know you want to talk about Indian women, and I'll tell you why that we ain't checking for Indian women in no shape or form. There will be no South Asian woman videos on my channel. There'll be no Indian woman videos, no Pakistani woman, no Sri Lankan woman, and no Bangladeshi woman videos on my channel. We're just not checking for them. I'm not checking for them in the near future. That's a big no. Sorry if you're offended by that, but we ain't checking for them. So AI, call in and I'll tell you why. Let me charge my phone real quick. Hold on. You blow my mind. I feel alive. You blow my mind. I feel alive with you, baby. It's outstanding. Oh, oh, oh. You blow my mind. I feel alive with you. All right, brothers, call in. Call in or I'm gonna sing. Call in, brothers, yeah? You blow my mind, baby. I'm so alive with you. You blow my mind. I'm so alive with you, baby. Outstanding. Oh, call in, brothers, man. Call in, brothers, man. All right. Shout out to Real Estate Law for the $9.99 super chat. Had no idea you could sing too, bro. Keep up the great work. Thank you for the love, man. Real Estate Law. That's a clean cut brother right there. Hopefully we'll get this brother on the channel a lot more. Spoke to him directly. Real respectful brother. Appreciate you, Real Estate Law, for the donation. Thank you, brother. Shout out to Cold Black for the $10 super chat. Here in Texas, USA, it doesn't matter how much you make or how nice your house is. They treat you as if you are a street dude. I'll be joining you smart brothers abroad soon. Cold Black, welcome to the channel, brother. Welcome to the channel, Cold Black. Great super chat there. Great super chat. You're right. You can have a big house, nice job, but if you don't fit her requirements specifically, you're nothing to her. Why should we deal with that when there's women abroad that we can deal with? So, brother, yeah, hopefully reach out to me on IG, Code Black, and let me introduce you to the channel fully. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, Code Black. Thank you, bro. Call in, brothers. Where's AI so he can speak about his experiences? He lived in so we have a black guy that called in that lived in India for 10 years. I'm speechless, a black man living in India for 10 years. I'd love to hear his experience there, to be honest. India for 10 years. Oh, incredible. I need you, baby. Oh, I choose you, baby. All right, call in, brothers. I am in Canada, working on going international to hope all things are well with you, Rorschach. Thank you, bro. All right, call in, brothers. Call in. A lot of space on the panel. Call in. Let me put the link again in the chat. Call in. This was a great stream. Call in, brothers. Again, Join the Patreon. Here's a link to the Patreon here. We would like to see new members on the Patreon this week. We ain't dealing with no Indian chicks up in here. Ninja 55. That's a big no-no. Call in, brothers. Call in. Don't be shy. Mr. J Bones. Jay, can you turn your camera on in the background just so I know? Yes. Thank you, J Bones. Verified. Yes. What's going on, J Bones?
What's up, guys?
What's up, man? How you doing, J Bones? Everything okay?
Cool, man. I was just checking in real quick to see how I got a lot of stuff to do tonight. What you guys doing tonight? What y'all talking about?
Oh yeah, so we had a guest he went like 10 minutes ago. It was a great stream. He was talking about why he chose to get married at 21, and he gave some very good reasons, and the way he's getting married is very smart. So he's not getting married in the eyes of the state, he's getting married in the eyes of God. So it'll be a church ceremony where there'll be no documentation involved. So if it doesn't work out, no one loses assets, which is very smart of him to do. And for his girlfriend to agree to that, I don't know how he did that, because there's no American girl that would go for that. Incredible.
Yeah. I mean that's part of the game. That's a part of the game changer right now too, IP. Because yeah, did he meet his girl in Colombia, or he met her in Canada?
He met her in Colombia.
In Colombia, right? Okay. Yeah. That actually often happens a little bit more than people think, because when you go overseas, if you especially South America, that's the best part about that. You can, negotiate those type of situations without keeping it solid. You can you don't really need paperwork and all that other extra garbage. But you guys should also, double back yourself when it comes to things like that, and technically still have a way to secure your assets, because there's certain ways to get around certain things, but you should have non-traditional marriages. You should have things that less paperwork, less state, less government, less this, less that. It becomes a problem. So kudos to him, man. And he's getting married at 21.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that, because I remember like a while back, that was like last year, and when we were first talking about certain things as far as settling down, and some of the brothers, they get iffy about that. They get iffy about settling down too early. You should be settling down at an early age. I mean, yeah, people tend to forget, back in the day in America, people used to be getting married at like 17 and 18, but now we have an abundance of thought culture. So yeah, in America, the average BW wants to get married when she turns 40. And then at that time, her eggs are already dried up and she's looking like Alien +1. So it's like, well, what's the point? But yeah, that's pretty dope, man. I guess when he went to Colombia, he found himself a girl there, right?
Yeah, that was his intention. But in fact, his girlfriend's sister approached him and told her, "My sister wants to meet you. She's shy to meet you." The chance of that happening is just incredible, man. I'm happy for it. I hope it goes well for it. Hold on,
yeah.
J-Bone.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Shout out to Intellect for the $10 super chat. Thank you, brother, for your support. Much appreciate, Intellect. Paying you to stop singing.
That's funny.
Hey, thank you, bro. Appreciate Intellect. Carry on, J Bones.
Yeah, that's also part of the game plan. Like I try to tell, a lot of the younger crowd, because we do have a lot of younger crowd here, and on the International Passport group, the IP movement. And there's nothing wrong with settling down when you're young. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's like it's very healthy. We should be getting back to healthy relationships, especially in the Black community. A lot of people just want to slut it out. A lot of people want to be thoughts and just have sex until they're 40 or 50, and then finally start, and that goes for both sides, actually. That goes for a lot of times too. Brothers don't think that, I'm gonna just be out here running through these hoes, and then when when I turn 82, then that's when I'm gonna get married. It's like what? But yeah, you gotta stop that, man. You gotta stop that. But it's a what's his name? I tell having healthy relationships is important. You know, it goes back to building a strong black family, and that's the goal. The goal is not, you know, a million different chicks. The goal is to basically, and it works. IP, like I say it all the time. You know, I don't mean to sound like a simp, but it's true. I would have never ever went as far as I've done in my career without my girlfriend. Like absolutely not. A solid woman will get you very far.
Mm.
A solid woman will get you very, 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 very far. Like a solid, like I said, let me tell you something. I think I told you this before, IP. I think it was I forget which stream it was when you guys were doing it, but Kamala Harris was here. Vice President Kamala Harris, she was here in my city, and it was probably, I think it was like the day before. I got a call from my girl, and she was like, "Yo, come down to the office. I wanna introduce you to her." And I was like, "What?
Damn.
How do you?" Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was thinking about posting pictures in the Facebook group, but you know, it's a little bit of, you can't do certain things like that because it's a little presidential situations. But yeah, I was at work, and she visited. You know, Kamala, she's very deep with the ladies. You know, she's very deep with. She has a huge female support, and she has a strong relationship with the Jewish community. So I got a call from my girl. She was like, "Yeah, come down to the office, and I'll introduce you to her." And I was like, "How the hell do you know Kamala?" And she was telling me that, you know, her father makes campaign donations, and there's a lot of backdoor deals being made, you know, when it comes to the political surface. So
Yeah.
a strong woman would get you very far. A strong woman would get you very, very far. Like I say it all the time, man. I say I would have, you know, I mean, I worked pretty hard when I was younger. You know, I was able to get into an Ivy League school, which is a big deal. But in America itself, being a black male, you still have an abundance of obstacles. You have an abundance of obstacles, and the right woman will get you very far. The
Mm.
right woman, yeah, yeah. So shout out to the brother, man. Kudos to him. Getting married at 21 is a big deal. You know, let's pray for his success. Let's pray for his healthy relationships, and let's make this kind of normal too. IP, you know, let's make it normal for the brothers to find a woman, just one woman that's gonna back you. You know, I know a lot of you brothers, y'all love the whole let's travel around and smash a couple of hoes here and smash a couple of hoes there, but after a while, man, you got to really come back to planet Earth. You got to understand and be like, all right, let me start thinking about the foundation. Let me start thinking about my kids. Let me start thinking about building, you know, a legacy, because that's what it's about. IP. It's about building a legacy. Yeah, like it's definitely about building a legacy. Like I cannot wait for my son or my daughter to graduate college, and I'm gonna pass them through, you know, my lineage to go to, you know, go to Notre Dame, just like my uncle went to Notre Dame, my brother went to Notre Dame, my cousin went to Notre Dame, and the other cousin went to Notre Dame. So it's like, yeah, you know, it's important. We gotta start building real legacies, man. Black men gotta build legacies. IP. That's what it's about, bro.
Absolutely. I mean, our time will come soon, but I know it's looking bleak right now, but our time will come soon, 100%. Shout out to A Savior for the $99 super chat. Thank you, A Savior, for your support. Much appreciated, brother. It means a lot to me, brother. Thank you, bro. What was I gonna say? Do you know what, right? Him being 21, I remember when I was that age many years ago, and I think I did a stream last year about my top 5 regrets. And one of my regrets was not wiping up a chick very early in my life, because I never knew it would be this bad. I never knew Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B, City Girls, and all these nonsense rappers would come here and influence women for the worst. I just thought, I'll find a girl about when I was 25, 26. Never happened. You know, the women were getting worse and worse and worse. I was like, damn. There was one chick that I knew back at uni days that was solid, and I didn't wife her up for some reason. I didn't look hard enough, and that's one of my biggest regrets. You know, and anyone that's 21, 20, when you find a girl that has a low body count, even better yet, a virgin, good girl, good family, has a great relationship with her father, is clean, hygienic, good looking, just wife her up for the best of it and take her out of America or the UK to a foreign country and live like kings and queens. You know, what's your thoughts about that, J Bones?
Yeah, I mean, I feel you, IP. You 100% right. We didn't think when we were. I mean, I'm not gonna question you or try to make you put your information out there, but I'm 29 and I never thought about it like that. IP. I never thought. I mean, there were little telltale signs when we were growing up, but I never thought women would be this bad. I'm the stuff that I'm seeing right now, IP. I'm glad I settled down early. Like I'm glad that I got out the game early because these women are borderline demonic. Women these days are borderline. You can't tell the difference between them and demons. You can't tell. You really
Yeah.
can't tell. Yeah, yeah. This thing is a done. Like it's. And here's the thing, IP. Is it bad that we criticize the sisters a lot? I think we criticize them because deep down inside, we still have a relationship with them. They're still our sisters. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when we look at them, it's like, all right, you got to worry about them because they look like you. You don't, they're carrying an image of basically destroying. I was watching a, what's his name one time? I was watching an interview one time, rest in peace to one of our greatest, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. And she was a real, she was a freedom fighter. She was a real cerebral type of woman, a black woman, a real strong, kind of like Shahrazad Ali. And she said something very interesting. She said she was when she was a clinical psychologist back in the 90s, she said she got a call from one of the professors in Sweden. And the professor said, "Do you know how black women are portrayed here in the media in Europe?" And she was like, "What do you mean?" She was like, "They just basically portray you guys as animals. Like that's what." Yeah, she was like, "What do you mean?" She was like, "You guys are portrayed like pretty much just animals, dancing on top of tables, twerking." Because this was happening during the 90s too. People forget about that. This was happening during the 90s too. But we never thought, IP, we never thought things were going to get this bad. We never thought that things would get, but brother, let me tell you something. I'm glad I got out the game early. That's why shout out to the brother for finding this thing done early. Sometimes it's important for you. Some of the brothers now, you guys probably don't have much time. You might have to start snatching up the best ones as soon as possible. Because with this thought culture and I'm a strong, independent black woman, I can do all by myself. I don't need no man. I'm so strong. I can do this all by myself. All this nonsense and this black girl magic BS, it's gonna get worse. I've been seeing it, IP. I counsel some of the kids at Rutgers through the Catholic Church program. Trust me when I tell you, IP, they're completely buffoonish. They are just, some of them are like 18, 17, twerking on top of cars in the parking lot. I'm like, where'd you guys learn this behavior from?
Yeah.
Where'd you get this? But hey, it's gonna get a lot worse too. It's getting a lot worse, and it's like some of the what's his name are promoting it. Some of the figures, some of the older the young ones are horrible because the older ones are even horrible. They're more horrible. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you're just like, hey man, why didn't the older generation of black women teach the younger ones? What are you talking about? They're just as bad as they are.
Yeah.
Some of the in America, some of the biggest thoughts are the older generation of BWs. Yeah, some of them are the biggest thoughts in our in our communities. It's like they're like 60 trying to date 25-year-old men. It's just shout out to Thomas Demahan. Thomas would say modern day Babylon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
It's a shame. Hold on, J Bones. Shout out to Intellect for the $5 super chat. Marriage is cool, so long as you can have side pieces. Okay. I definitely agree with you with that there. If you're into side pieces, I'm not going to shame you for that. I mean, I love pizza, but I also enjoy sushi and tacos. That's a great analogy there. I mean, you do what you want. if you want side pieces, I'm more for having side chicks. You know, nothing wrong with that for men. Men should be able to have different women, but women cannot have different men. That's how I operate. I'm not into that open relationship BS. If I marry you, right, if I want a side chick, I'm gonna get a side chick, but you cannot have a side dude. No way. I don't roll that way.
No, yeah, we're not doing that.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, Kenny Peoples, I posted the link for you, so call in, brother. Any other brother that wants to chime in this discussion, call in right now. It's Saturday night over there in your end. It's Sunday morning, but I'm not feeling tired, so it's all good. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Where's that brother AI speaking about Indian women? He said they lived there in India for 10 years, which is incredible to me. If you're still here, bro, like I said, Indian chicks are no go for us. Anything South Asian will not be on this channel due to various reasons. I just have no attraction for them. And J Bones will agree with me, brothers will agree with me. We ain't checking for them, and they're not checking for us. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, yeah. No offense too, because I've been seeing a lot of I think it's the comment section, especially after the stream. A lot of the brothers are saying crazy things like, "Man, IP, how you going to tell me what I want?" The whole Indian thing, brothers, is not about. We don't hate Indian women or anything like that, you know. But I think it's normal for black men. I think it should become normal for black men to look out for other black men. And trust me, it's just a warning. Some of you boys never had no experience with Indian women, so you don't understand their culture. Yeah, their culture is basically it's a grid algorithm. A lot of that Indian culture is not something. And long story short, they do certain things in the dark when you're sleeping that you really don't want to be part of. That's not. They don't serve the same. They don't serve the same clean religious situations that we serve. So you might want to think twice before you go walking into other people's cultures like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah. I mean, absolutely, bro. What was I gonna say? Okay. Yeah, brothers, call in if you want to chime in, or I'll end the stream early tonight. I'll continue watching Top Boy. So call in. It's we're almost at 2 hours, so if you want to chime in the discussion, call in. If not, I'll end it early. I mean, let me mention one thing as well, J Bones. The anti-black male rhetoric is going to get even stronger. It's getting stronger because there's a YouTuber. I'm not going to say her full name. Starts with C, ends with G, and her channel is getting even bigger. And her channel is revolved around It's revolved around making black men look very, very bad. I saw a video yesterday of her. I was thinking, this is some white supremacist BS I'm watching, but coming from a black woman's mouth. What the hell is this? I mean, what's going on there? Getting bigger.
It's getting bigger. Yeah. I remember when she was a nobody. Like I remember when she had like probably 2,000 subs or something like that, or 1,000 subs or something like that, and it became a real big deal. Like it became a really. She grew very quickly. She grew incredibly quickly, but she knows. You know what it is too. I was talking to I remember one time I was talking to my uncle one time, and my uncle told me something very interesting. Right now they're having they're talking about something called what's that thing called? Divesting. The divestment movement between, and I didn't know this thing was such a big deal with you guys too. When you look at her channel, for first letter C, last name G, when you look at her channel, you will be surprised. Go through some of her streams and her history streams. There's a lot of UK black women that call in.
Yeah.
It's a lot of them that call in, and they call in and they bash brothers in England all day long. I had no idea you ladies was going through the same trouble over here in London. I tell you, black men are just completely nothing. And I'm like, damn, it's a global epidemic. Like this is thing, yeah. But you know what it is too. IP. I'm gonna
What?
tell you why her channel or people like her rhetoric is becoming bigger and bigger. Because one, there's a certain identity with our American brothers that they just never carried. Let me tell you something. I'm very glad that I have African roots. I'm glad that I was born in Africa and grew up around African men. The difference between Caribbean and African men, the difference between Caribbean men and African men is one simple thing. You keep hearing the same thing over and over again. The level of wickedness. You know, with us as African men, we're very wicked people. A lot of us don't tolerate nonsense.
Mm.
Yeah, there's severe punishment. Like I've seen it when I was a kid. I used to see the way my dad would punish the women in our family, and they would be in fear of him all the time. So we picked that nature up. I have a wicked behavior when it comes to the tolerance of basically of women. If you
Yeah.
cross me, it's not going to end well for you. If you cross me, it's not going to end well for you. Now, unfortunately, you know, our African American brothers, they're very kind people. A lot of our African American brothers are very cool, calm, and collected. They don't have wicked behaviors, which sooner or later they're going to have to pick it up.
Yeah.
They're going to have to develop that wicked behavior. If they don't develop it, this whole nonsense, it's going to get worse. And my uncle told me something very interesting. I was telling him one time about the whole divestment movement, and you know, he said something very funny. He said, "Do you know why black women and white men they get along so well?" And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Because they share a common goal." And I said, "What's that?" They both hate black men.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never noticed that. I never noticed that at all. I never noticed that, but it's true. Yeah, that's why this whole divesting nonsense is getting it's becoming such a big deal. It's like, yeah, the reason why they get along so well is because they have something in common. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So we both hate black men, so let's just join up together then. But yeah, it's getting a lot worse. It's getting a lot worse, but that's the one thing, unfortunately, I fear for our African American brothers. A lot
Mm.
of them, a lot of our Black American brothers, they don't have an identity of wickedness. They don't know how to punish. You know,
Mm.
where we come from. I mean, you guys over there, you know. I mean, whether you're Caribbean of the Caribbean descent or you're African descent, because most of the Black essence of England or of the UK is either Caribbean or African. So you still have some sort of that nature. Your daddy's going to teach you some things. You understand what I'm saying? When I was growing up, yeah, our fathers, and I come from a big family. Like I have 7 brothers. I'm the youngest of 7 boys. So there was nothing but masculinity in our house. You know, if you get out of line, somebody's going to stretch you. Yeah, you get out of line, somebody's going to restart you real quick. And
Mm.
unfortunately, that's why I hate about the rhetoric towards African American brothers. Like our African American brothers, they paint a bad picture of them, but the statistics read their way. You know, in the world, the most kindest men that live on planet Earth are African American men.
I agree.
Yeah,
Yes.
a lot of people didn't know that. Kevin Samuels just talked about that. There's statistics on it. The most kindest people on planet Earth are African American men.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
You can see it.
I tell
You
you
can
one,
sit
the
here. Go on, go
African
on.
and Caribbean men are not kind at all. African and Caribbean. I remember when I was growing up, I thought it was just us. Then I found out that Jamaican men are brutal.
Mhm.
I heard some of those boys, I heard some of those Jamaicans they some wild boys over there, man. And I respect that. Yeah. So just think about that. You can't even get along with the kindest men in the world. You
Yeah.
can't even get
Oh,
along with the kindest men in the world. That's sad.
that's sad.
I
Yeah.
want I wonder what St. Peter's gonna ask you when you get to heaven's gates. You can't get along with the most kindest men in the world.
It's true, man. Shout out to my Black American brothers, man. I know they're going through a lot. And this is why this channel is for you, brothers, man. This channel is a safe space for you, brothers, to speak your heart out. I'm trying to get you brothers to move away from the toxic American culture and just, date foreign chicks, man. You don't have to deal with this BS you're dealing with America, in America, sorry. It's gonna get a lot more worse before it gets better. Kenny, can you turn your camera on in the background, please, just so I know you're not a troll? You can turn it off after. Ninja55, can you turn the camera on in the background, just so I know you're not a troll? Thank you, Ninja. You're confirmed. Kenny, if you just turn your camera on for a few seconds, just so I know you're not a troll, brother. It's just to verify to get these trolls out of here. Then I'll add you into the stream. Shout out to Intellect for the $5 super chat. I say let them divest. I couldn't care less. Never mess with them. Probably never will. Long as I have Mesitas, Asians, foreigners, and WW. I'm good. Yeah, I agree, brother. But remember, our image is very important, and people like S ending with G are deliberately trying to ruin our image.
True.
It's why I'm seeing it from that channel with the millions of views every day is sickening. Kenny, can you move your camera to your face, please? Because are you that troll? Yeah, you're good, Kenny. Thank you, brother. If you turn your camera off, let me bring in Kenny. As I was saying, right, image is very important. And what I'm seeing from her channel is her deliberately trying to ruin our image. And we got to fight back eventually. Black American men have to fight back, because your image is very important. Kenny, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing just fine.
Awesome, bro. Are you a new viewer to the channel?
Yes. Well, no, I've been watching your channel for a while, still learning and get some research.
Okay. Thank you for calling in, Kenny. What's on your mind, Kenny? 'Cause obviously the guest is gone.
Well, I'm just listening right now. I'm just listening, taking it all in.
Okay, brother. Is there anything that you want to speak on?
Just narrow down between going to Colombia. Can you find a wife in Colombia or find your wife in Vancouver, Canada?
I would definitely go to Colombia. Like, although I big up Vancouver, I'm not big on marrying any Western chicks. You notice how in these Vancouver videos that I've done in the past, even the one when I went there myself personally, the Montreal videos, the Australian videos, I say go there, have your fun, but don't wipe up any chick from the West because of the laws. It's very lenient towards women, and if you get divorced, you get screwed.
Yeah, I heard that today. One of the I think the best countries to go for black men where you're most treated.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Um, the choice is yours, brother. There's Costa Rica, there's Colombia, there's Brazil, there's Panama, there's Belize. You got many options, brother.
Okay, because the main thing I want to travel South America. That's the plan.
Yeah, brother, and you'll get there. What you can do is reach out to me on Instagram as soon as possible, and I can give you more information about South America. We can speak about that over an hour. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome, bro. Anything else, Kenny?
That's about it. Well, my boss want us to go to Grand Junction, Colorado, but I want to go to Canada, before we go back, before I come back home to DC, so I can see what Vancouver's talking about, see what all the fuss about, just to hang out there.
Yeah, I mean, I got a UK brother out there in Vancouver right now who's having a great time. So it's still good for brothers. A UK brother that I know.
Who's out there?
It's a UK brother, English brother.
Oh, okay,
English.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
he's having a great time with the woman. So it's still okay, bro. But the choice is yours, brother, in terms of where you want to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thanks, Kenny.
No problem.
I want to say this right. A big shout out to my Black American brothers across the pond. Once again, it's just put yourself on mute, Kenny. It's a shame. Why do you keep on muting yourself, Kenny? Put yourself on mute. It's a shame when we see the rhetoric coming out of America. It's very sad because what comes from America comes to the UK, and I know what American brothers are going through. It's not nice, you know. So message to American brothers: keep strong. You know, we're here for you. The channel is here for you. This channel is for you. This channel has all the information you need to get out of America, because it's a hellhole in America. No joke. You know, J Bones can verify it's just not good for Black American men. You know, but we're here for you, brothers. You know, we care for you, brothers. We love you, brothers. So keep strong, my Black American brothers. You know, you're awesome. You know, and we have a brotherhood here with the channel, and we'll definitely look out for you, man. What was I going to say next? So I'm gonna end the stream in 10 minutes. So please donate to the channel, super chats, cash app. Make sure you join the Patreon as well. Here's all my social media details. To join, here it is. Facebook group. Here's my Twitter. Here is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. There's a Cash App. It's open 24/7. And you know, here's a Patreon. Please join the Patreon, brothers. Press the 2 in the chat if you will be joining the Patreon. Keep strong. That's what I can say. You know, stay on your purpose. Stay focused, and the end goal is to travel. So you're good, brothers. Just keep away from the horrible American woman. Not all are horrible, but a majority are, and you're good, brothers. Ninja 55. Do you want to say anything else before I end the stream? Ninja.
American women are horrible, you know. They are very horrible. It's like, man, you have to avoid these American women. And what I've heard that American women be going to Jamaica, the Caribbean islands, and Africa, you know, to get some jungle fever, to get piped down, you know, because what it is here, you know, these women here, they, especially the non-BW women, they want to be with Black men, but they are afraid that what their parents and friends might think. So they'll go over to the Caribbean islands, Jamaica and Africa, for some, you know, to get piped down by those men. Then they come back to the States like nothing happened. Like, wow, it's Black men got it. Black American men, we got it hard here.
I agree, bro. I'm sorry to hear what you're going through. I thought UK was bad, but you brothers are going through a whole different experience in America. But you're good, brother. Eventually, stay focused. You know what the plan is. Getting your passport, finding a job where you can remote work and just travel, and don't pay these women no mind. So thank you, Ninja 55. Kenny, do you have any closing statements, brother? Kenny? Hey, Kenny, do you have any closing statements before I end the stream?
Do I have anyone now?
Any closing statements or questions before I end the stream?
No, not at the moment. No. I'll text it to you. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I don't have anything.
Okay. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you very much for calling in.
Nope.
Mr. J Bones, do you have any closing statements or questions before I end the stream?
Yeah, IP man. I forgot to tell you this. I was thinking about this the other day. You missed the stream, bro.
I missed the stream.
Remember last year in the beginning, like early last year, remember you said that we was going to put together a stream, a special stream, and we were going to identify. I don't know if you're still interested, because I can tell you're moving away from that, IP, but you wanted to identify, like we'll get all the brothers to kind of call in and everybody will kind of give their opinion of basically in the United States still where we can find feminine women here. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You missed the stream because that stream is really important. That stream, that's gonna open up some certain things. Because I remember when we first started talking about that, everybody started mentioning which states that they still think that brothers can hit up. Because I mean, honestly, there is still some situations here. There is still some situations here. I ain't gonna lie. I do recommend that brothers get outside. My thing is, it's not just about the women. Like I don't know, IP, just maybe because if you go to college here in America, you've had plenty of women. I've had from Argentina to Uruguay and all the way to Czech to Zimbabwe. So I'm not really, I've had enough women to last me from this generation to the next. But the idea for it is that my thing is brothers just got to travel. My thing is just to travel. Like I want to get brothers outside because I've seen some of the brothers that I grew up with, get their passports, travel into different countries, able to build businesses. It's not just about the women. I tell brothers all the time, IP, the women are second nature. The women are completely second nature. Women will always be there. But sometimes you forget the opportunity to learn and actually build businesses. Some of the guys I went to college with, they've gone into different countries and started their own companies in Rwanda, started their own companies, Brazil, started their own companies in Eswatini, started their own companies over there in Czech Republic. So it's not just about the chicks. The women will always be there. They'll definitely always be there. But my thing is, IP, that's why I always push your channel. I'm like, yo, I need to get these brothers out there so they can experience the world. A lot of brothers grew up on the 3 blocks that they lived on all their lives. And some of them will never leave the city that they live in. Some of them will never leave the state that they live in. So yeah, man. But yeah, we got to put that together, IP. That was a very interesting topic when you brought that up. And I remember a lot of the brothers were chiming in. Some were saying Cali, some were saying different spots, and because we got to start talking about different places in America. Like people never really travel. A lot of the American brothers don't even move around well here because people tend to forget there's not a lot of black men that live in America. We're only 12% of the population as far as black women and black men. So it's not a lot of brothers that live here, and we don't move around well. I've noticed that about black men. Black men don't travel within the country very, a lot. But yeah, we gotta put that together. That would be a very interesting stream, actually, IP.
Okay, I'll make a note of that. Thank you, J Bones.
Yeah.
So, brothers, thank you very much. This has been a fantastic stream. Thank you to everyone who called in. Thank you to all the brothers who super chatted and cash apped this during the stream and this week. Greatly appreciated. Please get the likes up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And when you do subscribe, press the notification bell to always and all notifications so you never miss a live stream, post, or upload from me. When I drop this video on my channel, can everyone please comment on the video? It helps out the algorithm. YouTube will push out to other brothers who need this intel. So please make sure you comment and like this video. Share it around because it's a very special video. I definitely enjoyed interviewing our guests, and shout out to the guest for taking his time out and dropping valuable information. So, brothers, I might do a stream tomorrow. It depends if I'm not tired and if I have time for it. If not, I will see you next week for the Latvian stream. And I'm looking to do the Japanese woman versus Filipina woman stream next week. I'll try and set that up if I have time, but we're definitely on for Latvia next week. And brothers, have a great weekend and look after yourselves and stay strong, stay easy, and be at peace. So, International Passport out.